Hello, how are you? This is your friend and brother V. Simpson Turner Jr. coming to you again, and from the Public Wants to Know show. And today we just want to talk to you about something that's going on in nationally, and we think that it's outrageous due to the fact that several people are out of work, and we have a lot of our small businesses that are going under. The federal government and Congress and the Senate passed a stimulus package, certainly for many to over 80 million people receive stimulus checks based upon their desire to have filed taxes either in this year or the previous year. And there also was a provision in it for small businesses. And several small businesses, nonprofits, and others were looking for that stimulus package, similar to what the government did in helping to bail out previously the auto industry and others. And so then many small businesses were looking for it, and little did we find out that large corporations, large restaurants, various chains that are very familiar, Ruth Chris and others, Shake Shack, and even universities like Harvard University got this several $1 million from this stimulus plan. And it was not and should not have been intended for those corporations and those universities to get it. It should have been for the mom and pop, small business, nonprofits, churches, and others to be able to get it. But these large conglomerates, universities, and restaurants and corporations were able to get some of it, which we think is outlandish and should never have been permitted. We are thoroughly surprised and outraged that these corporations and restaurants and universities, where Harvard has a large, almost a $40 billion endowment fund, so there's no way that they need anything from the federal government at this time. And certainly, we are outraged, and we know that the people should be outraged because there are many small businesses, many churches, many nonprofits that need this, that are going under the mom and pop stores, as we mentioned, and others. And I want you to be outraged as well, because whether or not you're affiliated with any of these institutions and the many that we're talking about, that's not the point. The point is that this stimulus package, the government is for the people, by the people. And this stimulus package was designed to help them and not to help these large corporations. And so also we would just want to mention that Shake Shack has been one of the first to give back $10 million that they received so that it could help the nonprofits and small businesses that need this money, so that we cannot, afford any more of our small businesses going out of business. Over 50% of the workforce works for a small business. And the small business industry and the nonprofit industry in America is what fuels our economy. And we cannot allow them to go under. So I want you to be aware of that, because I know some people aren't, but we need to make sure that this next stimulus money comes out does not go to these large corporations and universities. And as also, the federal government should go back and revisit all of those large corporations and universities that did receive it and ensure that that money that was sent to them would be retrieved and certainly given to those who are in need. So, my friends, thank you. This has been your friend and brother, V. Simpson Turner Jr., for the Public Wants to Know podcast. Certainly, also, we want to remind you that you can follow us on Twitter, Dr. V.S. Turner Jr. on Twitter, And if you are on the gram, Dr. V.S. Turner Jr. on the gram. Until the next time we meet again, this has been your host, V. Simpson Turner Jr. for the Public Wants to Know show. It's going to get better.